Sarah had discreetly moved out of the royal spotlight. With rumors circulating about where she was spending her time and what part she still intended to play in the constantly shifting royal scene, she slipped from public view. However, an increasing number of reports and royal commentary suggest that the story may be drastically changing. An unexpected return to London has raised new concerns, rekindled interest, and opened a new chapter in a tale that many thought was almost over. She returns to the city's center, where some of the most significant conflicts in her public life have taken place. This does not appear to many onlookers to be a retreat from the limelight. Rather, it appears to be the deliberate choice of a woman who is committed to continuing to participate in a dialogue that has influenced her life for many years. And when rumors start to circulate behind the palace walls, it's becoming clearer what exactly spurred this unanticipated action. Sarah is committed to being near the epicenter of royal life rather than vanishing into cozy seclusion overseas. For supporters, it shows tenacity and resolve. Critics wonder what she intends to accomplish next. In any case, it is hard to ignore the symbolism. A woman who has navigated financial difficulties, public disputes, and constant media attention for decades doesn't seem to want to quietly go. Rather, she appears to be putting herself in a position where she thinks she may still have an impact on how her family's story unfolds. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are at the heart of this developing drama. Many accounts state that Sarah's recent moves have been motivated in part by her concern for her girls. The York sisters have put a lot of effort into building autonomous lives and careers, frequently trying to distance themselves from the scandals involving other family members. Nevertheless, in spite of their attempts, they are still linked to headlines that they did not produce. According to royal observers, Sarah has grown more and more irritated by what she perceives as the difficulties her girls encounter in a setting that is always changing. Questions regarding how different family members fit into the idea of a smaller, more efficient monarchy naturally come up as conversations about it continue. According to some observers, Sarah's willingness to talk more candidly than ever before may be motivated by her perception that her daughters are unfairly caught in the middle of more significant institutional changes. Reports about housing arrangements and royal mansions are fueling the rumors. There have been rumors that the royal family's non-working members and their connection to crown properties have come under more investigation. Although specifics are yet unknown, Sarah is rumored to see some events as part of a larger trend that might eventually drive the York family farther away from the institution's core. It's still up for dispute whether those worries are warranted. The future of the monarchy is unavoidably a major topic of discussion. Prince William is frequently seen as a fervent advocate of an updated organization with well-defined roles and boundaries. Proponents contend that this strategy is required to guarantee the monarchy's continued relevance and efficacy in the coming decades. However, detractors contend that a simplified monarchy will unavoidably have negative effects on people who are not part of its expanding circle. Some accounts state that Sarah feels her daughters are disproportionately affected by these developments. It's unclear if that perception is a reflection of truth or just dissatisfaction, but it has emerged as a recurrent subject in conversations about the York family's future. As these discussions go on, focus has switched more and more to another factor that might fundamentally alter how the public perceives recent events: the potential for a new memoir. For months, there have been rumors that Sarah might be thinking about writing a significant book based on her decades of experience, both inside and outside the royal family. Should such a project ever come to be, it might offer previously unheard of insight into some of the most difficult times in contemporary royal history. Supporters think it would enable Sarah to share her tale in her own words. Critics worry that at a time when the monarchy is already dealing with serious issues, it can rekindle old scars and cause new tensions. No formal announcement has been made as of yet. However, royal observers have been captivated by the conjecture alone. Sarah allegedly continues to strike a balance between recognizing her daughter's attempts to forge their own identities and occupations and wanting to help them. One of the most fascinating parts of the developing narrative is that careful balancing act. Recent family get-togethers allegedly made the strain surrounding these concerns even more apparent, with carefully staged appearances and public smiles masking what some witnesses characterize as conflicting goals and unsolved disputes. Recent events have reportedly offered chances for private conversations regarding the future, the family's public persona, and the evolving function of extended royal members inside the organization. And that might be the reason Sarah Ferguson's tale is so captivating. A new development arises and completely alters the dialogue just when viewers think they know where the story is going. Sarah continues to be one of the most erratic members of the royal family, whether she is seen as a passionately protective mother, a controversial character, or a determined survivor. And if current events are any guide, the upcoming chapter might turn out to be just as dramatic as the previous ones. Despite the speculation, one thing remains clear. Sarah Ferguson has never been someone willing to disappear quietly. Time and again, she has demonstrated an ability to reinvent herself, survive public scrutiny, and remain part of conversations many believed had moved on without her. Whether her recent return to London is driven by family concerns, personal ambitions, or simply a desire to stay connected to the institution that shaped much of her life, the move has succeeded in one important way. People are paying attention again. And inside royal circles, attention often matters just as much as influence. As the monarchy continues evolving under a new generation of leadership, figures like Sarah Ferguson may find themselves facing difficult choices about where they fit into a rapidly changing royal landscape. The question now is not whether change is coming. The question is how far that change will go and who will be affected by it next. As always, the truth behind palace walls is rarely as simple as it appears. What do you think? Is Sarah Ferguson fighting to protect her family's future, or is there a bigger royal strategy unfolding behind the scenes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy exclusive royal stories, insider analysis, and the latest palace developments, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.